Before the video starts, I just wanted to draw to your attention the fact that I'm not even going to try to monetize this for reasons which will become obvious during the course of the video. And so anyone who wants to tip me for this, by all means, please do. But whatever, sharing is also very good, and I would appreciate that. Thanks. Hello. I was going to put up a video I made about birdsong, actually. Just a quiet, peaceful little video about a quiet, peaceful little interlude in my own life. But unfortunately, the birds have been shifted sideways by this. Crocodile Feeder of the Week. Maybe I'll keep this as a permanent sort of award, because there are so many of them that it might be worthwhile just having a rolling Crocodile Feeder award. And this guy is called Gary Kibble. He's a headmaster. Now, I'm sorry to all you men called Gary, but somehow Gary is not a very headmasterly type of name, but that's my own personal prejudice, I have to admit. And this is in the BBC News page, and it's I just want you to notice, I'm not sure whether I shouldn't have given the BBC the Crocodile Feeder of the Week award instead of Mr. Kibble. But here we have Prophet Muhammad cartoon sparks Batley Grammar School protest. Now, I just want to point something out. Muhammad is not my prophet. As far as I am concerned, he is not a prophet. He is the founder of a religion, which is actually more correctly called Mohammedanism rather than Islam, because it is in many ways a worship of Muhammad. And I hate the way people call him the Prophet Muhammad. You don't talk about Moses as the Prophet Moses, or Isaiah as the Prophet Isaiah. And I don't see why you have to refer to Muhammad as the Prophet Muhammad. You could say the Muslim Prophet Muhammad. That seems to me to be a reasonable way of describing him, to distinguish him from all the millions of other Muhammads who are periodically in the news. But he is not the Prophet Muhammad. And the way they're saying that, it is as if they are assuming that Muhammad is the prophet and everything else is just sort of a sideways thing. So that's the BBC feeding the crocodile as well. However, Kibble's got the honour this week. A teacher who showed pupils an inappropriate cartoon of the Prophet Muhammad sparking protests outside a school has been suspended. So the teacher has been suspended, and he's been suspended by the headmaster of the school. The image depicting the founder of Islam, now that's a reasonable way of describing Muhammad, was used in a lesson at Batley Grammar School on Monday. A grammar school is a school where the pupils start at about 11 or 12 years old. So it's a secondary school. I don't know what you call that in other parts of the world. Videos posted online show dozens of people standing outside the school on Thursday, with some demanding the teacher be sacked. Dozens of people is not quite descriptive of it. And it's interesting how the BBC hasn't actually shown a photograph of those people, although they have shown a photograph of Mr. Kibble, and they've shown a photograph of the police outside the school. I shall try to find a photograph of the demonstration, and you can see that the people tend to be of a certain type or allegiance. That is, they appear to be all Muslims. Now, so it's not dozens of people, it's really dozens of Muslims. Now, normally, of course, this might seem like you're picking on a certain group, but in this case, there's a definite reason for telling people that it's Muslims who are objecting. The other locals, I don't think they have any thoughts one way or the other about it. Head teacher Gary Kibble apologised unequivocally, adding the member of staff had given their most sincere apologies. No, he shouldn't. There's no apologising. He was giving a lesson on how these things happen, and now everybody's been given that lesson. And being suspended pending an investigation. What's to investigate? We all know what happened. The teacher was talking about how people get whipped up by cartoons and surprise, surprise. It's important for children to learn about faiths and beliefs, but this must be done in a sensitive way. Oh yeah. There are certain rules for some debates, and they say you can't argue religion and politics. Because everyone knows that people get all fired up about that. You can't be sensitive. And that's just the way it is. A Department for Education spokesperson said it's never acceptable to threaten or intimidate teachers. No, it is not. And if the headmaster had said, this is what we're teaching at the school, and this is how we're doing it, and if you don't like it, you can go and start your own school. I mean, in Britain, you can do that. If you don't like it, you start your own school. You can homeschool as well. There are very few laws actually compelling students to go to school, just compelling parents to make sure that their children do get educated, and it doesn't matter where. So there is no reason for these people to act in this way. These people who are demonstrating outside, I'll put the photograph there as well. It's just an exercise of mob rule and power. And Mr. Kibble, you are feeding that crocodile. And so I am giving you this award. And just remember, you've thrown one of your staff to that crocodile right now. You'll be next. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Grannyopteryx design or Grambo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.grannyopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.